name is Sundeep Ahuja. I'm from San Francisco. I have a company called Blissmo. We introduce people to organic, less toxic products. I'm also an advisor and investor on the side of a portfolio of about a dozen companies. First of all, I'm in New Zealand, period. I mean, that's just, it's just amazing to be here. I've been here, actually got a week ahead of everybody else, and so I've been down to swimming with dolphins in Karakura. I was in Queenstown, went to Rootburn, so I've just been having an amazing time. But also, from a Why Am I Doing Awesome, both the company, Blissmo, we introduce, as I said, people to less toxic, more organic products. I love the customer feedback we get. We get a lot of people thanking us for changing their lives. The companies I advise and invest in, companies like Indiegogo, which is a crowdfunding platform, companies like change.org, that's a change platform. The companies I get involved with are companies that are making a difference in people's lives and making the world a better place, so I feel awesome for all of that. Became one. Mom and Dad wanted me to, I love them. They were very supportive throughout my journey, but I'm South Asian descent, Indian descent, and they wanted me to be a doctor. So sort of until actually got in a bunch of 8-year med programs, was going to go be a doctor, and decided I didn't want to. Went to Stanford, sort of not sure what I wanted to do. Came out a CS major, and Stanford back in 1996 was sort of starting to. It had been an entrepreneurial hotbed, but especially when you come into a college like that, not knowing what you want to do, it sort of gripped me and never let me go. And so been wanting to do entrepreneurship ever since. A lot of it had to do with, again, being in that environment. I mean, 1996, 1997, that's when really the web is going mainstream. And so the sense of opportunity and possibility was everywhere. And there weren't a lot of companies necessarily being started out of Stanford at the time, but it was in the dialogue, it was in the environment. And having friends that were then starting companies, joining companies, was incredibly empowering. And then went to go intern and work for companies. At the time, Cisco, which is now a massive company, was not a startup, but still pretty early on. And also started a company back in my college dorm room that never went anywhere. But all those experiences moved me from a more risk-averse, I'm going to be a doctor someday, to let's go change the world. You know, I sort of came with no expectations, frankly. Was honored to be part of this and invited to it, and glad to be here. And the people who organized it have done an amazing job, both sort of fitting in fun as well as networking. And I think the opportunity is dialogue and conversation, right? So even though most of the people that are on the plane are sort of investors and branded as investors, I think we're all starting to see companies that even if checks aren't written, introductions will be made, advice will be given, and companies that have nothing to do with New Zealand, but are just great companies, right? That the world should see. And so I think the opportunity is for us to do what we can in bringing our network and our resources, perhaps capital or perhaps not, to bear in helping companies that deserve to be seen by more than the 4.5 million people that are here, because they're just great ideas that the world deserves to see.